Pretty good mess going on over here. And a couple of different radios hooked up, and I'm leaving the 101 on for a couple of days now. Talked on it a couple of nights in a row. Went up and bugged some people on 10 meters on it, and also um, 80 meters. Well, that radio is kind of cool because it has every band, and a lot of the hybrid radios didn't have all the bands. So I think for that reason alone, I think it's actually really a worthwhile radio. Um, I don't know that really, back in the day you could have bought that or you could have bought the 902 or the 901, but I don't see a huge value in one over the other. But the 901 and the 902 are made to a different kind of standard, and they're, in my opinion, much easier to work on because they have plug-in cards and stuff like that. Um, but I don't know if I want my 901 up over there. Um, I've got it over here, and I've got my 101B and a couple other radios. And I need to kind of do something probably with that oscilloscope. It's not fixable. It was like some permanently damaged crap, but the frequency counter in it works. I don't think I need it anymore. I've got a couple of frequency counters. They're still probably not as good as what's in that thing. That is a 2247A, and if it worked correctly, it would be great. But it on the A and B seconds per division, or whatever they want to call it, time per division, it only works on like one or two spots, and then the other spots it doesn't work at all. And I kind of studied the schematic, and there's nothing I can like easily figure out. But I think there was a card that stuck off the bottom. It's like a little card that has like carbon traces and stuff like that on it, and it was like an array of different resistors and things. And I actually found the diagram for it and I recreated it, but it was damaged and broken. And so I recreated that and put it in there. It didn't make any difference. So it's possible that that card is the whole reason this thing doesn't work, and that's actually unobtainable. So um, I don't know if it's worth parts for anything. Some of these had an add-on frequency counter that could be removed, and I think there was a 2247, just a regular one, and I think that one had everything for the counter, but it wasn't there. Um, I don't know how accurate the counter is in this thing, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna pull it out of there and put a radio over there. What do I got left for radios? So I need to get to work on my Kenwoods. The transmitter should be fine. It's the receiver that I need to work on, and it's got an AGC problem. And then if I get done with that, then I need to work on this other 101. It's got some problems. I also need a set of tubes for it. So I don't know. These none of these have good lettering. And like you see right here, and this one, somebody repainted it not very well. You see they painted the A and they painted the M. So they must have been using the switch a lot on Mox, which is like, dude, just key up your microphone, man. But these two, I mean, like as far as 101s go, these are in really good shape. This one is just super good because it's nice around the trim. There is somewhere, I don't know what they got going on here. It's just is it sticking up? Anyway, they're usually kind of scratchy right here. You see how those have like rust and stuff? That's pretty common on these. This one doesn't really have that. By the way, also almost every single 101 seems to be like a different tint of grayish blue. I mean, there's ones that are almost like a robin egg color. So this is the original microphone. And the 101s, they take a 50K microphone. But there's ones that look like this that aren't 50K. And these actually are the same microphone that Pace Radios used. If you look at that, if you had a Pace Radio back in the 70s, you will recognize that. And I don't know who else used them, but... and then there's this microphone, which had this annoying thing here. You lift it up and it would key up, so you just shove it down underneath there. These, I don't know if they had feet on them originally or something, but you'll scratch the hell out of everything with them. This one here, I don't remember what the deal was. It's a UD 844, and the mic that looks like this is called a YD 144. And I think I was the one that dropped this. I'm not sure. These sound pretty good with the radio. Again, it's the 50K impedance that this thing for some reason wants. So I have a speaker. This actually sounds really good, the Turner. I usually use the Turner with that. But these are nice if you have the whole station laid out and you get to play around with it and just maybe make a few contacts here and there and then, you know, jump from one band to another. But you don't want to do it all the time, you know. Maybe most people have these, they just leave them on one band. See right here, you can see they wore right into here by, I guess, changing the mode so much. But so these I've had maybe 2 or 3 other ones that I got rid of. One I repainted. I bought the paint for the trim, and I bought some kind of spray paint that was pretty close, but it wasn't close enough, man. Like these here, I don't really at a glance can't see the difference. The paint that I bought, I forget what it was, but it was different. It was good enough, but it wasn't good. So if I get done with that, I've got one of these I need to work on too. And we got that radio there. I'm going to sell the Marantz. I just could try and get my money back out of it, which shouldn't be too hard, but I did spend a little bit on it. I think it's still hooked up. So it's just got that one out. It sounds really good, but I like to run really high power, and 30 watts isn't really that great. You know, and you can't really put it into another amplifier. And it doesn't have, there's a 2230 that was not a Bravo, and it had preamps out. But I've got a lot of other amplifiers here that sound really good and have lots of power. So, and there's a couple more and more. And if I ever was to just run out of stereos, well, I would just go to the thrift store until I found something that worked okay. So I don't really need a Marantz. My 1000 over here, I wish I had somewhere to actually put it where I could use it. It's a really cool radio, but like I was talking about before, the shift and the width controls are a little funky. Like the width acts more like a shift. You know, it's centered up. I feel like it's going lower, upper, lower. You know, because the shift, that's what the shift does. But this one is the cleanest one that I've ever seen, and it's the newer one. And I think the newer ones look a little bit better. You get this kind of rubbery stuff on the knobs. You have a nicer looking shuttle. But, yeah, I don't know. I cleared out this area a little bit, and I think we might end up grabbing, I think maybe this computer. This is a 8400, and that's 8th generation i5. So it'll outperform 6th generation i7, I think. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then that one's actually got an i7 in it, for like a 4790. And then that other one over there has got, no, that one's got the 4790. This one has like a 4570 or something. I don't know. It's a 4th generation i5. So what this is 4th gen, 8th. So, and then down here, I can't remember what this one is. This is the 9th or 10th generation, the X299, which I forget what that is. It's kind of more of a server. It's a really nice case. This is a really big case, kind of, compared to, you know, the other towers, but not like some of my bigger stuff. Yeah, and it's got an i7 in it. It just draws a lot of power, and I haven't really needed that kind of performance. So it pulls like 250 watts or something, like it's like right up there with my server. I got some PlayStations here I need to work on. I've been trying to get caught up on stuff. I pulled this card out of that computer I'm using. It's just like, dude, I need to sell these, because although they work good, man, they really suck some power up. They put out a lot of heat, and they don't work real well in that small case. Now, one of these maybe has a 1060 in it, and then I think this one has like something better, but I'm just kind of trying to get caught up on certain stuff. I'm really digging this Fedora Cosmic. It's pretty neat. So this thing here, we might put the 1060 in it, but I don't know. If I'm not going to use it all the time and it's not like bottlenecking, it's just been sitting here streaming and doing its thing. It hasn't given me any problems whatsoever. Let's see. But one of the things that's annoying about Cosmic is it keeps turning on the Bluetooth on this computer. So anyway, and this is my mixer and all that. So if I do a live stream, I can put the camera in front of me, and then I get like, you know, picture of the radio stuff behind me, which kind of ends up kind of being kind of cool. So that's why I have a computer over here. And then if I'm over here and I can get these radios in the picture there, it just makes it neat. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to try another version of Linux here in a minute.